G'day guys, Yosti from Ironedge here. Just checking out Ironedge's two new kettlebells to its Pro Grade range. You've got your 4 kilo and your 6 kilo kettlebell. Now when we talk about kettlebells, you've got your two types. You've got your classic and your Pro Grade varieties. With your classic, the size changes with the weight. So those lower weight kettlebells are quite small, but as they get heavier, they get quite large with large handles. With the Pro Grade, they stay the same throughout the entire range. So you don't have to alter technique or change things up. These guys were designed around the sport of Girevoy, and they're the most ergonomic design in terms of those high repetition lifts. So naturally, if you're doing like 150, 200 reps and so forth of an exercise, you want a kettlebell to sit nice and comfortable in the rack position and so forth. Personally, I'm a huge fan of the Pro Grade for two reasons. One, the Pro Grade sits in the rack position and overhead lockout position, so much better than the Classic. And two, due to the wider base of the bell, which makes it more stable, you have further exercise options like renegade rows and rolling handstand varieties. Now traditionally, your lowest weight with a Pro Grade kettlebell has been 8 kilos. Going lower than that usually meant that the kettlebell became quite fragile. For many people, starting out with an 8 can in fact be too heavy, which meant you had to drop down to either a 4 or a 6 kilo kettlebell, which meant moving to the classic kettlebell range. Naturally, being such a small bell, the weight tends to be focused directly onto the wrist, and for many people can be quite painful to work with, unless you have some kind of wrist protection. Thankfully, with a little research and testing, we've come up with a solution. All the benefits of your Pro Grade kettlebell all wrapped up in a 4 and a 6 kilo bell, allowing anyone to either follow the Pro Grade path or avoid the potential wrist stress of those smaller kettlebells. With all the benefits that kettlebell training has to offer in terms of strength, power, endurance, mobility and flexibility, as well as some great metabolic conditioning, now there really isn't any excuses as to why you aren't hitting up the bells. And with a Pro Grade range that now spans 4 kilos all the way up to 48 kilos, we've got all your bases covered. For more information about the 4 and the 6 kilo Pro Grade kettlebells, don't forget to check out ironedge.com.